So I think it's incredible to see people still to this day. I mean, how many months is this now? 8 months, 9 months? I don't know. I lose track. But how many months are we past the initial Sweet Baby Ink debacle? And people are still to this day trying to run damage control for this company. I mean, I got to imagine just how much of a stranglehold this company has over the gaming industry. Not only that, but consultancy firms in general and how they have a stranglehold over the industry. It's insane. I've never seen people try to run damage control this much, this far after a situation happened. But that's exactly what's going on right now. We had a Twitter post from a certain company, a certain journalist that decided, hey, I know it's 9 months later, 8 months later, but we're still going to do the same thing that we did 8 months ago, which is run damage control and lie about Sweet Baby Inc. and claim they are being harassed by gamers for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
We act suicidal. Our job suicidal.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, considering this post happened on X, we have a beautiful feature called the community notes, which usually, for the most part, is pretty based and has allowed people to just see the lies for what they are in real time. And this particular post got community noted in epic fashion that I think it's very fun to talk about. So let's get into this article, guys, from Phantom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says X community notes quickly destroys game developers' blatant propaganda and attempts to censor to support Sweet Baby Inc.'s lies. Community notes on X quickly rebuffed a propaganda and censorship piece written to attack gamers and support Sweet Baby Inc. that was published by game developer and written by Bryant Francis. Now, I've seen Bryant Francis's work before, and, let's be real, it's not the first time he's ran damage control for SBI. To my knowledge, he ran damage control all the way back around April, March, or something like that. So let's be real here. Game developer reposted an article written by Francis entitled "Why Are Valve and Discord Permitting Harassment Against Sweet Baby Inc." that was published by game developer back in March. In the article, why would you even do that? Like, why would you repost an article from all the way back in March now, talking about something that's already been debunked, talking about something that's already been exposed as lies? That's the whole reason why we have Gamergate 2 in the first place, because SBI and the game's journalism decided that it was in their best interest to lie about what actually caused this in the first place. The fact that Chris Kindred, for whatever reason, I guess out of his own personal anger, decided to go after Cabrutus and try to get him banned off of his Steam platform, tried to get his curator group banned off of Steam, tried to get him banned off of Discord, tried to get him banned from everything that he has simply because he had an opposing opinion and wanted more transparency in gaming. There's nothing wrong with a curator group that says XYZ company worked on XYZ game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not against terms of service. That's been proven already by Steam themselves. So I really don't understand why this article even still exists when it's been proven wrong by the company itself. But anyway, in an article, Francis falsely claims that Sweet Baby Inc. has become the target of an online harassment campaign for its consulting work on games like Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which, by the way, I want to make it very clear, Alan Wake 2 still hasn't made a profit. Marvel Spider-Man 2 sold 1/3 of the original Spider-Man 1, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is dead. So, like, what are we really doing here? Okay, what are we seriously doing here at this point? Do you think that this is like a fucking lineup that someone should be proud of? As for why he claims this is happening, he explains users on websites like Twitter and Kiwi Farms have singled out the agency for allegedly having overarching influence on these games and accused it of forcibly injecting a political agenda into them by advocating for diversity. That's a beautiful bullshit line. He then claims that this is all a grim conspiracy theory built on out-of-context comments as a deliberate and misreading of their mission statement, as well as racism, homophobia, and other layers of bigotry. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, they always try to tie this to homophobia, bigotry, blah, 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 because they think these words mean something anymore. The problem with these losers is they don't understand the more they use these words incorrectly, the more that they're not going to mean anything, and they have completely lost their power. This is why we call ourselves the Bigot Army, because it's an absolute fucking joke that they try to call everybody bigots the moment you disagree with them. They don't even bother to hear your side. They don't even bother to hear what you have to say. They're just going to immediately call you bigots the moment you say, I don't really agree with that. That's all it takes. That's literally all it takes for these people. So, however, this is not a conspiracy theory, and people are not taking Blair's comments out of context. In a 2019 Game Developers Conference, which, by the way, this conference has been used against Kim Blair so much, it's insane. Blair was quite clear what her company's goal was. None of what we're doing is about ticking boxes or about a veneer of wokeness. We actually have to care about making this stuff. She also encouraged employees in AAA to terrify their upper management so that they will hire woke consultants like her to wokeify the games. She said, if you're creative working in AAA, which I did for many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want, because they have to consider, and I say that out loud as a joke, but it's actually very, very, very true, because if you start to consider the people who are players and audience facing, and you have to deal with mitigating harm and with keeping the sentiment around their game and their project positive, there's likely a genuine value that you can impress upon them, both ethically and financially. You could say this is important, she said. Blair elaborated, it's also a valid discussion to have, because if you're working with a thin narrative budget and you work in AAA, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised or dismayed by the amount of money that marketing can give you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to make up anything, right? We don't have to make up any lies. We don't have to literally make up anything, because just like libs of TikTok just repost everything that liberals say on TikTok, and she gets accused of lies and everything like that. She literally just reposts videos, right? So it's the same thing here. We talk about what you talk about. We talk about what you showcase publicly. So if you continue to showcase these things publicly, we continue to talk about it. It's not harassment to talk about what public figures talk about publicly. I know that's a tongue twister, but still, like, that's literally what it is. It's such a joke. The fact that these people try to pretend as if it's harassment. Oh my God, you're harassing me. Like, get the fuck out of here. You guys are absolute losers. You don't know what harassment actually is. And it's another word that's going to lose its meaning. The word harassment is going to lose its meaning if these people keep using it incorrectly, just like everything else has lost its meaning because they used it incorrectly. It's such a joke. We need to stop that. Since the publishing of the article, it's also been revealed that Sweet Baby Inc. wanted to burn the video game industry to the ground. A Sweet Baby Inc. employee who uses the name Cameron Wild gave a presentation at the Games Developer of Color Expo. I like how there is a Game Developers of Color Expo, and they try to call us the racist ones, right? I'm not even white, and this is insane, right? Like, there is no Game Developers of White Expo. You know what I mean? And then people are going to disingenuously come on and be like, well, that's what every other expo. Every other expo is white focusing. No, it's not. Because there's black people at every other expo too. So why is there one exclusively for people of color? It's like, it's a racist fucking thing. It really is. On one slide titled, Cool, So Why Am I Here? A bullet point states, burning the games industry to the ground. I mean, imagine doing this at a professional presentation. Imagine being this creature and thinking having a bullet point saying burning the games industry to the ground is going to get the games industry to want to hire you. And the sad thing is they do, right? The sad thing is the games industry looked at something like this and said, yup, we're going to hire you. You're totally going to help us reach more players. You're totally going to help us do better. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? This is absolutely insane. Can you imagine working for any other industry and you make a presentation and you say you want to burn that industry to the ground? Do you think people are going to want to hire you, give you money or anything? Of course not. It's only in the entertainment industry where people can hate it, people can actively desire its destruction and get paid for it and get hired for it. It's insane, man. So listen, this damage control from this Bryant guy, at the end of the day, man, I don't know why they reposted this, but ultimately it got community noted to no end and got absolutely destroyed. Look at this community note. It's a beautiful thing. Do they have the picture here? Look at this. It does not violate Valve and Discord TOS, as the main goal of the server is simply listing out games that SBI is involved with. On the other hand, SBI employees who targeted that Discord server and its owner had violated a bunch of terms of service. And then it linked an insane amount of archive posts from Lego Butts, from Chris Kindred, from everything regarding their harassment and their attacking of gamers that actually took place after the whole original debacle went down. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.